I own a party rental business. It's mostly summer work. So what do I do in the winter? Well, that's a great question. I still make a lot of money in the winter, but it wasn't always that way. When I was first beginning, there was no winter work. I didn't have that much stuff. I didn't have the stuff people needed in the winter. I didn't have the quantity of stuff people needed in the winter. So I saved, and then I basically did nothing. I did get part-time jobs for the first few years. I worked at Pure Wind Imports or whatever, but I really didn't need to. It was just to keep busy. I saved enough to make it through the winter. But then I got really aggressive trying to get colleges. Colleges are kind of opposite schedule. They have session from late fall to early spring. So get in with the colleges and I'm going to be able to rent out tables and chairs. So I got in with a few of those, and they don't just rent 100 chairs at a time and a few tables. They rent massive amounts. They fill their entire gym. I don't know what for. So anyone asking, what are they renting it for? I have no idea. They call, they order 1,000 chairs and 60 tables. I just say, yeah, great, pay me. So I make somewhere between $2,000 to $4,000 each week in the winter pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, that's the way it went. Then COVID happened. There was nothing during the winter, nothing at all. And now just recently it started to go back to normal. We're renting out tables and chairs to the colleges again. Everything's kind of okay. Also during the winter, that's the time to kind of like fix things, touch things up with paint, just make sure everything is going okay, clean things. And then there's office work. That's when the real office work is happening, because all weddings are getting planned kind of, from November, December, January for the next following summer. So there's a lot of phone calls. There's site visits. It's transitions from like physical labor to now you're in the office, you're at the warehouse doing things to be ready for next year. I don't do any tents in the winter. Winter can destroy tents. Snow and cold can just rip tents apart. So I don't do it. I did it once. I hated it. Some of the bigger companies who are making like $2 million up a year, they kind of need to, because they got payroll. They got massive warehouse expenses. So sometimes they may do tents to get some money coming in. But in general, tents in the winter suck. So I just rely on tables and chairs, dishes, maybe some catering equipment, not much, and saving. That's really it. I got to save about $30,000 to $40,000 throughout the year to make it through the winter. That's not like profit or anything. And then I pay my mortgage and my bills kind of ahead of time. So this business is a plan ahead and save kind of business.